What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode. This is Season 3, Round 5 of the Spanish Grand Prix. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Do remember to check all the previous races this season. It's been brilliant with a new team. A bit of a struggle, especially last time out in Russia. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you can see from our driver position, things could be going a little bit better. We've had a couple of decent points finishes, but yeah, I'm not sure if we can get sacked this early, but yeah, I think we need a decent result here at the Spanish Grand Prix.
Is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
We've had one upgrade, man. We need to pick it up. But we can see we're slightly behind Ferrari. Williams are not competitive. I would argue that point because that's the team we've been fighting most of the time this season and who we're probably going to be fighting in the Constructors' Championship this season. So we'll look to the left. McLaren have made some significant upgrades. They need to as well. They're miles off the main guys. Ferrari have a single upgrade. So if we look at the vehicle comparison, McLaren are nowhere near Manas, so they're not going to be a threat. Sauber are just so bad, they really are. And yeah, Renault at the top, we don't talk about that one. But for us, with a bit of practice this weekend, we'll hopefully be able to get a little bit more downforce maybe, get rid of some of the drag. But in terms of previous Spanish Grand Prix, we have a 6th and a 5th, so I was feeling pretty confident that we did have a very good Renault car last season, so it could be tricky. We'll have a look.
To Barcelona, Catalonia for the start of today's qualifying session. It won't be long now until we're ready to join the action down at trackside.
So we're into qualifying here on our final run once again, and I've got to say I think the AI are very OP around here, so I knew it was going to be difficult, but I didn't expect it to be this difficult. We're in P20, we're only improving by a couple of tenths already, so I was thinking about this and thinking, oh my god, no, that's an awful final sector as well. We're coming across the line, it's a tiny improvement, it's an absolute shocker of a session. It's P20, we're 2.5 seconds off pole. That's the worst session all season. I thought Russia qualifying was bad. That's just as bad, if not worse, so yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. So we're sat here on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix, a track that's been kind to me in the past, but I don't think it's going to be so kind this weekend. I think my setup's a bit off, but we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to try something different with a one-stop strategy. It looks a bit tight there, but we'll wait and see what happens. So, can things improve in the race? Spanish Grand Prix, 5 lights, and away we go on these medium compound tyres. Can we get a good start? We're getting ahead of Gutierrez, who moves across. Mass hasn't got a great start there, so it looks like we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1, which is always brilliant, of course. A very long run, so let's see if we can make anything happen. Up the side of Grosjean, 2 McLarens are blocking the track, so we're going to have to go side by side with a Haas driver here. He gets the better of us, but turn 3 here, and he blocks us out, but the dive bomb into turn 4, it happens every single Spanish Grand Prix, so I made sure I was going to go for it. Up the inside, the 2 McLarens, a manner as well. Can we get the move done? I think we can, up to P14, so considering the poor qualifying, that's been a decent start. Anything doing into turn 5, up the inside of our teammate. We've already caught up to our teammate, who qualified in P12, and we've moved across him just to try and get ahead of him. Oh, I nearly spun out there. I clipped his front wing, but luckily there's no damage or any incidents there. So we're up to P13, we gain 7 positions. I had to be very aggressive on the start there, but yeah, I knew things might be a bit of a struggle in this race, especially to keep up with the ultimate AI. I mean, they are so quick around here, it's unbelievable, and we're behind Haryanto. I need to stop battling and being behind Manas. It's really demoralising, I've got to say, but we skipped to lap 4 now. Not a lot happened really. We dropped a little bit of time to the manner ahead, and I do kind of let Hulkenberg through here because I was pretty slow, especially on the previous lap. The first, for lap 2 and 3, I kept up with the pack ahead, but the next lap I just didn't have the pace. And you can see Hulkenberg's already getting away from me, so it's probably a sensible decision. And you can see the soft compound runners are in the pits already, so they probably go around 8 laps. I'm probably not going to use them in this race. They don't seem the best compounded tyre, but yeah, as cars start to pit, we'll see where our genuine position is going to be, because with a one-stop we could mix in with the front guys. I'm not sure if we will. As Massa gets past us, we try and use a slipstream, try and fight back here, and we go for a dive bomb into turn 1, because we'll be racing him later on in the race, and it's a great defensive move. I've got to say, I might be struggling in the middle sector, but that was a brilliant braking move into turn 1 on the brakes, locking up slightly, but we kept the car under control, and you can see our teammate is just getting further and further away from us. He must be like 1-2 seconds a lap quicker than us. It really is that bad, and I was just trying to make the most of this situation. If we could get a point, then brilliant. I'd totally take that right now. And here comes the actual leader of the race. It upsets me because it was my old car. Kevin Magnussen has been a revelation this season. I can't believe how good he's been doing. Even Palmer's been scoring decent points, so yeah, I don't regret leaving Renault. I wanted a new challenge. We didn't win the title last time out, but it's going to be tricky for the next few races. The VSC's out, and I just don't like how the AI breaks so suddenly, because the amount of times I've nearly smashed into the back of them. We saw with Haryanto in China, but Sainz has got a puncture here, and now the VSC is coming to an end, and it's coming to an end in a very good position. It means we're going to get DRS on the back of Magnussen, and if we can overtake this Renault, my old car, then that's going to give me a little bit of hope and pride. Actually, not much hope at all, just a bit of pride. So we go for it. This car has got so much straight line speed, though it did get into my mind that I've probably got a little bit too much straight line speed, and that's probably why I'm struggling in the rest of the laps. So yeah, I think a setup mistake by me for this weekend. So a lot of downforce is going to be added for obviously next time out in Monaco, but here we're holding up Magnussen. And just remember this, I've got to say, just remember this, we're holding up Magnussen, so he finally gets past us. We try and stick with him. His teammate Palmer, my former teammate Julian Palmer, is coming onto the back of me, lap 13. He's got a great run. Our tyres are starting to come to the end of the stint because they are really struggling at this point, losing quite a bit of time. We try and kind of get in Palmer's mind. We're not trying to re-overtake him. That's a bit pointless. We're getting very close to his rear diffuser there. And yeah, he's going to get away, especially with this superior grip through here. Just look at him go. And now lap 15, I was seriously struggling, and I had to come in at the end of this lap. I lost so much time to Button, who's yet to pit as well, and he's going for the move. He's in a McLaren on the hard compound tyres, and he's making a move. I do pretty much let him past here, fight back a little bit, but what's the point? These tyres are gone, struggling so badly. There's a huge train of cars behind me, and my teammate's gone into the pits. Oh, this was a situation. I didn't know what to do, and I thought, I can't do another lap on these tyres. I'm going to end up battling with the cars behind. I'm going to get swamped in this DRS zone, so I had to come in. Even if I lose a second or two, I thought surely I wouldn't lose that much time, because Hulkenberg was that far ahead of me. He must have gained about over 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. It's incredible, his pace compared to me. We lost a couple of seconds then, so not too bad. I reckon we would have lost more time if we stayed out another lap. Where we could end up, it's a demoralising P16, and Gutierrez is coming on the soft compound tyres. Is he going to get the move done? We defend the inside line, and we're out in P16, so I was thinking till later in the race, can we get ahead of the cars who need to pit again, and hopefully just hold them behind us? That's going to be our best bet. Maybe defend their DRS, but finally we have an attacking move. We're going for Verline. Satisfying to get the overtake done really easily, but it really does show I have too much straight line speed. It's weird to be saying something like that, but I need more downforce on this car, and this was the first race of the season I've thought, this car feels awful. It really does, and I've been giving the car praise so far this season, even though we've only had one upgrade, but now I'm just struggling. Verline makes contact with my rear there. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's going for the move. We can defend into turn 1. We can do that pretty easily, so we do that a couple of times, and we try and keep up with the cars ahead. Haryanto, my teammate's just ahead of him in P11, so they've done their one stop as well, going for the same strategy as me, but I just don't have the pace to keep up with them, and it's really frustrating. Our tyres already, I think our main tyre, our highest worn tyre was 22% then. Verline goes to the move. I didn't defend it because I thought there was a yellow flag, so I thought he overtook me on the yellows, but I guess not. So we're going side by side through turn 3 here. This is never going to work at all. So he gets past us. Daniel Ricciardo's behind us, the world champion from last season. He is having a major struggle this season. Why is he doing so badly as we fight back against Verline? Go for a bit of a dive bomb. I think we're actually going to be battling Verline, so I thought I might as well just go for these moves. Up the inside once again, locking up, and we've got the move done. A brilliant overtake there, but now Ricciardo's got past Verline. I think he's going to get me here because he's got superior grip. Goes to the move up the inside. Don't fight it too much. He's clearly going to overtake us very easily. He does have the second best car this season in the Red Bull. I can't believe Renault's better than them, but we settle into 14th. We're just trying to keep Verline behind, and we brake very late, a little bit too late, and we clip the back of Ricciardo. It helps us take the corner, but it means we've got a slightly damaged front wing, which is not going to help at all, as you can see here. Yeah. So, in our quest for grip, we have less grip because we damaged our front wing. This is a very difficult race, guys. It really is. And Verline's got to run here. He's going to go up the inside. Still fighting. We're going to fight back round the outside. Try and get a decent exit. So we're going to go side by side into the final sector. And we give him so much room and he does that to us. And now we're taking the inside line of the corner, which I've never seen before. A nice bit of cut grass there. But yeah, come on Verline, man. Look at this. He gives us no room at all. Barges us off. We've lost 2 positions. Thank you very much. That guy's got no manners. Banter. And we'll see on board with, I think this is Kvyat. Yeah, he just moves across. Gives us no room at all. Kvyat's lucky I didn't, come back onto the track into him. But now, lap 15, we have the home favourite, Fernando Alonso, on the back of us. He's made a final pit stop. He's having a shocking home Grand Prix. Nearly as bad as ours, I might say, but he's on the soft compound tyres. I mean, what's the point of fighting this? He's going to get past me so easily. No, he's not. He's making contact with my rear. Like, what are the AI doing to me? I'm already having a disaster of a race. Just leave me alone. I was just trying to cruise to the finish. Fernando, I was trying to let you pass there. He makes contact. I'm out of control. This race, this race, wow. So Grosjean, who a few laps ago was about 15 seconds behind me, was closing in, and so I thought, I'm just going to come in, put the soft compound tyres on, and try and claw back something in my rivalry with Hülkenberg, just so I don't get sacked. But now we're on the penultimate lap. I came out ahead of my teammate who's leading the race and the 2 Renaults. So when I said I was holding up Magnussen, I think I've cost Magnussen the race win here. I was ahead of these. I was getting the blue flag for the whole lap. So you don't get penalties for holding up the leaders. That made no sense. I wanted to get out the way, but I wanted this final lap to try and do well in our driver rivalry. But hey, Hülkenberg's going to win this race. Oh my god, Nico. How the hell's he done that? He was on the same strategy as me. I just can't believe what's going on. My teammate finishes first. I finish in P19. What an absolute disaster. Please, please, guys, can we all forget about this race? I just can't believe how bad it was. I mean, Russia was bad, but this has just taken it to a new level. Nico Hülkenberg wins the Spanish Grand Prix on a one-stop strategy. The podium involves my old team as well, which really upsets me. Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Palmer. Can't believe that has happened. And there's me in the lowly gallows of P19 with a penalty as well. I didn't even mention that. I was so upset. So into the driver standings. Hülkenberg in 4th place with 51 points. He's absolutely battering me. I know I said I wanted a competitive teammate, but this is too much. It really is. Next time out's Monaco. So I'm feeling more confident. I feel like we can hopefully fight for a podium. Something like that. I just need a boost because Russia and Spain have been so bad. But the likes of Hamilton and Ricciardo, Vettel struggling, I just can't believe it. This season, it looks like we're going to get a new world champion. I would bet on Verstappen, but I wouldn't count out their old Renaults. Look at them in the constructors leading away. We're in P4. I mean, I haven't scored many of them points, but still, P4. We're doing pretty well and we're beating Mercedes. So, if you have enjoyed this Spanish Grand Prix, please remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.